Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and in today's video we have another Sunday reset. Today we're going to be trying to tackle some things that don't get done as often as they should in this house for sure. We're going to be doing a lot of dusting. It is spring cleaning, so it's time to start working on windows. It is raining today, so I'm probably just going to work on the inside of the windows, and on a sunny day I want to take down all of our screens so that we can hose those down because they are pretty dirty. So those definitely need to get hosed down. But for today, we're gonna be working on dusting, cleaning the insides of the windows, cleaning the blinds. I need to dust the fans. And my goal is to clean like all of our glass surfaces here in our main living area. So without further ado, let's get to tackling some of those undesirable but much needed chores. Thanks for being here. To get us started today, I'm going to use this long duster here. It's got this hole in the middle. It's like a little circle that goes around your fan. It goes around the different blades of the fan, and this is such an easy way to get the dusting done on your fan. I'm also going to do the one here in my bedroom. This one definitely needed to be done. I hadn't done this one in a really long time, and so it was really dirty. I will try to find a long fan duster like this for you on Amazon that I can link, but this thing is such a game changer, and it also comes with a change of the head so that I can do different kind of dusting as well. That really does help to get all of the cobwebs and everything from all of the top corners of our home. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to switch out the tops here for this other piece, and I'm going to go around and dust all of our light fixtures as well as the tops of the doors, and I'm also going to work on the corners to get all of the cobwebs down. Feels so good to be doing this. The sun was starting to come out, the rain had stopped, and could hear the birds chirping. I did see that next weekend in our forecast we're supposed to be getting some snow, but I'm going to pretend like that doesn't exist and it's going to go away because it's got to go away. No more snow, please. I'm going to take a second to dust off my television, and I'm also going to dust the tops of my curtain rods and just making sure I'm getting in those corners really well and all along the tops of our door and window frames. This is one of those things that I try to do at the change of the seasons, but doing this in the spring is ideal. When I moved here to New England, I actually learned where the term spring cleaning comes from, and it comes from when we used to have to use pellet stoves or wood burning fireplaces only for heat in our homes. And it would just create layers of soot and dirt and grime, and everything would need to be cleaned after that. And so in the spring, all of the doors and windows would get opened so that all of the things could be cleaned in the home, including rugs and blankets could be taken out and beaten. So that is where the term spring cleaning came from, and it makes a lot of sense. We don't have that here. Instead, for me, I think it's kind of just a sign of renewal. It's an opportunity to clean things up and kind of start fresh, and I really like this time of year. I'm taking a second to dust off the top of my refrigerator as well as all of my recessed lighting and all along the top of our crown molding here above our cabinets. Again, just trying to get any leftover cobwebs or anything and making sure that's all clean. I'm also going to take a second to dust the chains of our pendant lights. And again, looking for cobwebs. That's a good place where cobwebs like to accumulate. staying along with the dusting, I'm going to go ahead and grab my hand duster here. This is actually from the Dollar Tree. I've had this thing for 101 years, but it's a great little dusting tool and it's easy for me to just hand over to my kiddos. They can use it as well. And I just try to do a little bit of dry dusting. I don't really use any products when I'm doing this. That's something you can do if you prefer that. But if something's extra dirty, I'll come back in and wipe it down with all-purpose cleaner. But I was also going to start cleaning off our doors, but I decided I'm going to save that for next week's Sunday reset. I definitely need to clean our doors. That's something I'm going to do in the spring here, and hopefully it won't be snowing. I'm also going to take a second to dust off our blinds here. Now, as we get into the spring and I start opening these windows, I'll have to wipe these down more often because of pollen or anything that comes in through the windows. But for now, they're just a little dusty, but they really were not bad at all. In our home, we have these deep window sills on all of our windows, and I love them. This is definitely not something we had in our home in Las Vegas. All of our windows didn't have casings, and they were really small when it came to the actual windowsill itself. So I love having a windowsill on all of our windows. I think that just makes them look a little bit more grand, a little bigger, a little more finished and polished. And I think they're really pretty. One of my littlest son's chores, my son Ryan, is to wipe down the windowsills every Saturday. So these have been really good. They've been keeping them clean. So I'm just, dusting them off really quickly. And it, didn't take me very long whatsoever because he's been wiping those down. I'm also going to take a second to wipe down my sofa table. I get asked in every video that I showcase this where it's from. It is from World Market, and I love that table. Mine is a little bit yellow, but I have seen others who aren't, so hopefully yours won't be either. I'm also going to take a second to dust off my entryway table, as well as the shelves here in my coffee bar, and the light the lights here, these gooseneck lights, as well as the light at the bottom of the stairs. Going to go ahead now and start working on all of the glass surfaces. Now, it kind of depends on the day how I will tackle cleaning in my home. Most of the time, I like to go room from room, not chore by chore. I have a short attention span, and so if I'm doing the same thing for too long, I kind of lose interest or get bored. However, today I was just on a mission. I have had some sick kiddos at home, so I've been home with them, taking care of them, and I have been able to keep up on the house a little bit more than usual because of that. So the house was looking really good, and that made me feel like it was an okay time to start working on some of these other things that need to happen a little bit more often. Cleaning off this glass door is actually one of my daughter's chores for the weekend, so she usually does that, but I did that for her today. I'm also going to take time now to clean the little glass windows in our front door. I am dying for a new front door, but I did take a second the other day to paint our front door to give it a fresh look, and I am obsessed with how this turned out. It has got me totally in the mood for a whole front porch makeover, so just stay tuned. I cannot wait to freshen up that space. We love to hang out on our front porch. I've been out there so much over the last few days, and I can't wait to spend more and more time out there. So absolutely love this front door, and still loving that wreath from Target. I'll link it for you down below. I wanted to take a second and just show you the new color on my front door. I painted this just yesterday. You're going to be seeing a porch spring makeover here very, very soon, but I just wanted to show you this. It's hard to see it, not in the sunlight. That might be a little bit better. You'll see it in that video, but it used to be the color pigeon. It was very similar to this. It was a dusty green gray. This is a dusty blue. This is Sherwin-Williams Stardew. To say I'm obsessed would be an understatement. It's exactly what my front porch needed and my door needed. I am obsessed. The inside is black. I painted them 2 different colors because from the inside I just wanted something neutral, but from the outside and when the door is open, it's this gorgeous blue, and I am so very much in love. Just very quickly too, I painted this with Sherwin-Williams exterior paint, and I will tell you that it is worth every single penny. Oh, sorry, that's Griffin. It's worth every single penny because it is so good and covered with one single coat, and just such a good paint color and just dried so smoothly. I'll talk in that video when I do the front porch about what I used to paint this to make it really smooth, but I just couldn't love this more. I do think I need a yellow wreath though for spring. Continuing on with the glass cleaning, I'm going to go ahead and clean off this mirror here in our entryway. This mirror is from Target, but I snagged it from Facebook Marketplace, and I am constantly on there looking for good finds. But I, again, just want to mention how much I love that front door color, and it is so pretty. I love having the door open and seeing something fresh like that. We're going to go ahead and move into my family room, and we're going to work on my windows. I sped this up for you. This took a long time, but I only did one side of the windows. So once it's nicer and a little more warm and things will dry a lot faster, I will go ahead and work on the outside as well. And like I mentioned, I want to take all of the screens out and give them a power wash because we haven't done that since we've lived here. And this will be our 3rd spring here in our home. So it is definitely time to get them cleaned up. So that's what we will be doing again when it warms up a little bit more and there's a little bit nicer weather. I also want to refinish our deck. I want to rent a power sander, sand that bad boy down, and stain it again. I think I want something a little bit lighter. We originally stained it with Early American, but I think I want to do something a little more custom. So stay tuned. That will be later on in the spring. It's a big project, so Danny and I might tackle that over spring break. We shall see. But for now, like I said, I'm just focusing on getting the inside of these windows clean, and we will focus on the outside when it's a little bit nicer weather. Moving into my kitchen, I'm going to take a second to wipe down the glass here on our hutch cabinet. I love this cabinet, and again, this is a space that I don't often clean when it comes to wiping the inside down or anything like that. It doesn't get very dirty and we really don't touch it, so it just gets kind of dusty. And I'm also going to take a second to clean our pantry doors. These definitely get a lot more dirty. And I was trying to scrub off the paint, and it does seem like it's time for me to do a refresher on the paint here. So I'm going to do that here probably in the next couple of weeks as well. I want to buy some of that liquid masking tape. Have you seen that? You just paint it on with a paintbrush onto the glass, and then you can just paint and not worry, and then you can peel that off and you don't have to worry about taping each individual window pane, which sounds like such a better idea because that will take forever. So I went ahead and checked off what I'd gotten done, and we're now going to go ahead and work on cleaning out my animals' water bowl. First, I'm going to soak a new filter for our coffee. I write it in my planner when I put one in, and then I write in another 4 weeks that it's time to change it. I think it's 4 weeks, 2 or 4 weeks. I can't remember. I have to look at the package. But I just put it in my planner so that I'm reminded to do it. But we have this nifty little water fountain for my animals, and it just keeps the water flowing because some of my cats have a hard time putting their face down to water because they have a really short snout. So having the water come out of the little flower like a fountain makes it easier for them to drink from. And it does have a little filter in it that gets really nasty because we have hard well water. So I just have to do this. You know, I try to clean it out about every 2 to 3 weeks. And, you know, we only use filtered water in this too to just help with that, but it gets pretty yucky. I will clean out the whole thing once a week, but I don't change the filter every week because that isn't necessary. This had gone a little bit longer, unfortunately, because I'd forgotten about it. But again, this is something I try to write in my planner so that I know when it needs to get done. And I also try to clean that rubber mat that goes underneath and keeps our floor clean. We just continue to check things off the list, and it's feeling so good. I'm going to go ahead now and clean out the water chamber here on our Keurig. And this gets pretty funky too, again, because of our hard water. I only use filtered water in this, but it still gets pretty funky. I'm going to go ahead and get these super scrubbed down, and then we're also going to replace the filter. And I try to have those on auto delivery from Amazon. Anything like that that I need to change regularly, I try to do on auto delivery, such as the Ridex that we use, you know, to go down our toilets for our septic tank, my eye contact solution, feminine care products, all that kind of stuff. I just try to put it on auto delivery because then I don't have to think about it. And one less thing I have to think about is one less thing I have to stress about. Now that we're done dusting and everything in here, I'm going to go ahead and take a second to wipe down all of the countertops. I also want to mention that I put that fun little hanging bar there at the end of the island again. That's from IKEA. I had that up there before and it fell off, so I put it back. I use just command strips in case I get sick of it and I take it down. So I put up some heavy duty ones and I love how this looks. I just recently got that little basket with the little faux fern from Michael's and I love how that turned out. The last thing I did was go ahead and turn on our Narwhal Frio X vacuum, our robot vacuum and mop. And as you can see, it's working away. And I feel so good about the things we were able to check off of our list today. I feel like we finally got started with spring cleaning and we will continue next week. So make sure you're subscribed. I would love to see you in my next video and we will tackle all of our deep cleaning 1 week at a time. Thank you so much, my friends. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful week this week and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.